Hey basketball players, today I'm going to be breaking down Ray Allen's three-point shot and his shooting form and why he was so deadly from the three-point line and why his shot was able to be such a quick release and how you can be just like Ray Allen. Let's get down to it. So in this first clip we have Ray Allen over in the corner shooting his shot. He was a super quick shooter. Now, why was he so fast? When he got that ball, he went from his shooting pocket up into a shot form super quick. The reason why he was able to do that is because he was able to go with only one hinge. Now, with a lot of players, they bring that ball up along their chest and then they shoot. This is a huge mistake if you want to have a quick shot. He has one hinge and an arm. It's basically, so here we have Ray Allen shooting his corner three-point shot. This was one of those shots that he took a ton of. Now, why was he able to shoot so quickly and get that ball off so fast? One of the biggest mistakes players make is they bring that ball up along their chest to here and then they shoot the ball. I know that a lot of players do that to get more power, but this will actually give you more power and it will be a faster release so you don't get your shot blocked. Ray Allen essentially has one hinge, and that's his shoulder. His shoulder, his arm is already in that shooting range, which means that if he just brings that arm up using one hinge, you want to have the least amount of movement as possible. That is one of the things that I always preach to every single player who wants to shoot the ball better. And because he's able to have just that one hinge, look at that, one hinge, from there to there. No movement from the shoulder down, nothing. And because of that, he's able to get that shot up as quickly as possible. And now he's able to release that ball. So look at the motion from his arm's perspective. One hinge. From down to up, that's one motion. Then from here to release is, look at that, two motions. It's his wrist and his elbow. That's it. That's the only motions you need. It's a 3-motion jump shot. Now, of course, we need to really focus on his legs as well and his hips and how he shoots. But for the arm's perspective, he is only taking 3 motions. Shoulder, wrist, and elbow. That's it. Nothing more. And because of that, he's able to have a quick shot. But let's really look and break down the rest of his body as well. He has both of his knees facing towards the net. He has both of his hips and shoulders squared towards the net. He has both feet squared towards the net. And because of this, when he goes down, when he catches that ball, and when he's in his gonna shoot, he just stepped into it there. He's already in his zigzag or Z shooting motion. So he has his head above his knees, which is above his toes. If you can have your body in a straight line like that, even though he's not, I know a lot of coaches will say you need to be in a straight line. That's a misconception. You're not shooting straight up. You're shooting with your head and your toes and your knees all in line, and your butt, and your feet are in line. So you've got head, knees, and toes, and butt and heels. Then you have, from there, one hinge in your shoulder until it moves up. Once it gets up, it now turns into a hinge on your elbow and a hinge on your wrist. Now, let's also watch his feet. When he goes into his shot, his heels are off the ground. That means he's on his toes. I've always preached to every single player, and even on here on YouTube, that if you're on your toes, that's your fast twitch muscles. That's your calves right there. And that's going to allow you to explode up from your shot so you can be a quicker release and a quicker jump on your shot. Then, after when he shoots, when he extends, his body is perfectly straight when he shoots. Now, you can see how when he flicks, his middle finger is the last finger to touch that ball. That ball releases out of his arms at the same angle as where his arms have released it. which means that if you want to have a really good shot or a really high percentage shot, you need to be releasing that ball with your arms roughly 45 degrees off of your body. So if you really want to become a really good shooter, take a few shots with a camera. Now, if your arms are 45 degrees off from your body, then you rewind the footage and you notice that your head is over your knees, which are over your toes, your butt is over your heels. And when you're shooting, you have 3 motions in your arms: shoulder, elbow, wrist. That's it. And then you release that ball. And now, when you're releasing that ball, you hold that release. You don't just flick your arms back down super quickly. You hold that release and you hold that form. Why do you want to do that? There's a really good reason for that. And that is, by holding your release, you're going to be able to stay consistent with your shooting form. If you go and you shoot and you hold your form, you're now holding that same form and you're really focusing on that shooting form. But as soon as you go and you shoot and you flick down and you let go, you have now changed so many variables in your shooting form by maybe flicking too fast and releasing, or maybe not flicking and holding it long enough to get the power behind your shot. There's so many variables if you just flick and let go versus hold it for 1, 2, 3 and then release. You're going to have a lot more consistent of a shot. I hope that this video has helped you become a better shooter, maybe a faster shooter, maybe a more consistent shooter like Ray Allen. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe. Go check out my website, owlsballtraining.ca. The links are down below, and you can have me analyze your shot. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video.